In this video, I'm going to show you how to use our Steve color stamp. It's pretty simple. We're going to use 5 colors. We've got white, blue, we've got brown, we have a darker brown, and then we have a tan that we're gonna use as our base icing. To get started, I'm gonna dust this. Knock off the excess. We will begin by working from the middle outwards. It's up to you how you want to do it. I just prefer to do it this way. I've got my little acrylic scraper tool. It's just a rectangle piece of acrylic. I've got one long edge, one short edge, and it's really good for the color stamps. I do have these on the website. You can get it in a kit along with a little needle, a set of needles that helps you sort of pull out icing as you go if you need to. And basically you use that straight edge to pull your icing across. Alright, we'll start from the middle and work our way outwards. I'm going to start with the blue eyes. So basically just put a blob of fondant where you want it. Take your scraping tool, press down, and then pull across. Now I'm pulling across with that slight dip in the acrylic. If you do that, you won't have any dramas at all. If you try and go across that way, you'll find it may be difficult to sort of get a flat line. There we have it, the eyes are done. I'll put this blue away since we don't need that anymore. And I will come on with the so I'll just gently do it. I don't want to go over into the blue. So as you can see, I've sort of done a half square. That just gives me a bit of room to pull this back a bit away from that eye, pull it back and then push down and then pull across. And we'll do that again on the other side. Take a small amount of icing, pop it in the eye and just push it down. And sort of halfway on that square, I'll go right down and then pull across. And so we have half of it full. And then I will just take that, I won't go all the way down, I'll sort of just push it back and then push down. And that should squeeze all the icing into the corners. And then I'll go right down and pull across. And then what I like to do is just go over these lines here. Because when you stamp it onto your base color, any icing sitting on that may show up. Okie dokes. Now, I have no idea about Minecraft or Steve, so I don't know if this light brown part is like, is it a moustache for his, like, to go with his goatee, I guess? I don't know. So since this is a bit of a rectangle, I'm going to do a bit of a sausage like this. Pop it in. Now I'm just gonna go against that curve in the acrylic because it's not my final form. So like we did with the white parts of the eye, I've come sort of not right at the end because I don't want to smush it in. I don't want to smush these corners into the blue at all. So then I will just grab this top bit here, sort of pull it back, and then that's when I will go down and pull it back again. And then I'll just go across. I don't know if you can see, I'll bring it up to the camera. There's just like a little flap of brown here. What I'll do is I'll sort of just take my scraper, sort of just cut it off without sort of pulling it into that blue area. There you have it. That is our, I guess, moustache done. Then we're going to move on to the dark brown, which is his hair and his goatee. So with his goatee, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of come across, it's probably way too much, but I'm going to come across with a big sausage again. Sort of just put it exactly where I want it to be. I'm just going to pull down, just get most of it full. Now I'm not too concerned about this middle part because we don't need any brown in there. So I'm going to come at an angle. Not sure if you can see, I'm going to come at an angle. Sort of just pull back there. And again on this side, come at a bit of an angle and pull that back there. You can see it's sort of pulled away there a bit, but that's fine. You can take your scraping tool and just use that square edge to poke it back in where it needs to be. Now, I'm gonna, again, I'm not pushing right down. I'm just gonna pull this bit back a bit from that lighter brown. And this is when I will squish and pull. It does get a bit of a pain when your scraper is the exact size of what you're working with, but you can always turn it around and use that long side. And then I'll just take a bit of icing, rub it across the edge to clean that up so we don't get any transfer. And again, I'm just gonna go sort of cut any excess icing off here. Again, and then just pull up any stray bits that aren't where they're meant to be. Then we'll take out this middle piece. Then we'll do his hair. And this will be straightforward. push down in the middle, pull to your right. Depends if you're left-handed, right-handed. Just depends whatever your dominant hand is, whatever you feel comfortable doing. Alright, so that was a bit chunky, so we'll have to go over that a couple times just to get everything nice and smooth. And that should do it. Again, another piece of icing. Just go off this edge. And then just pull out the bits that aren't meant to be there. And that is him basically coloured in. Sorry, I don't know where this camera's sitting, apparently. So yep, that's him coloured in. Now you could, if you wanted to, fill in the face and stamp it onto a neutral colour like black or white. I'm just going to stamp it onto the tan base. Saves a little bit of work. So we just grab our base colour, give it a bit of a knead. You want it to be sticky because you want it to grab hold of the icing that's in the stamp and sort of pull that out. I'm going to dust the bench. Try not to get any cornstarch on the top of your fondant when you roll it out. So I'm using 3mm spaces. This. Hopefully I've rolled that out enough. Just check that that will fit. Yeah. So what I'm going to do, oh, whoopsies. I will put the stamp on the bottom and I'll come across and I'll put the sticky side of my icing over the top. I'm going to change my spaces out to, I think, approximately 6mm spaces. And then I'm just going to go over the top with the roller. Halfway, I start halfway, roll towards myself, and then roll away from myself. And then if you do that with the curvature of the stamp, if there is one, you won't have any dramas. And then we just pull the icing away from the stamp. There we have it. Steve. I'm not a massive fan working with squares and circles. I always seem to fluff them up. So I'm going to square everything up. Prosthetic cookie base. There you have it. Steve